Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Wednesday, June 7th, 2017. In both the Lynn life and the Jamie body mind, the authorized souls remain only child souls from the deeper, denser dimensions and nature realms guardians. And in the continual stream of trespassing parasitic body snatchers from above, we have some presences here today who are an improvement over the presences that were here the 2 days preceding their arrival. However, they are pompous and arrogant. They are absolutely sure we will be very impressed with their resumes.
Yeah, that's true.
However, just a couple minutes ago when I asked to see their resumes, particularly the section to do with successes in the dimension we are labeling ground zero, there was much hemming and hawing and absolutely no successes put on the table.
That's true.
They're heartbroken at what they're seeing through these eyes and hearing through the ground zero ears. The periscope that they are working with is reaching into ground zero, and they don't want to believe what they're seeing, and what they're seeing and hearing is that presences seem to have lost the ability to relate to reality, that presences are sunk into fantastical thinking. And what do I know? I know that we just did an experiment with a head deacon of a Seventh-day Adventist church who spends all day every Saturday at church, and he's doing many things that are admirable.
That's true.
But he does not seem to be capable of understanding basic conversation.
Yes, that's true.
And not to single him out, this is how it seems to be with everybody here in Planet Crazy, also known as the ground zero dimension of the planet some people call Earth.
That's true.
Why do you ask? And also, does anybody up there have any successes whatsoever in supporting ground zero sentiences in living their soul plans? That's a head opener.
And very quiet.
Very quiet. We didn't think so. And what do I know? I know that the team that has been working through this body-mind for many years also has not had any success with that, with this one exception, and nobody seems to know why this one host life just continues to follow instructions.
That's true.
It seems to be kind of a mystery. Why do you ask? And also, is there anyone at higher levels, anyone above you, who's had success in leading lives in the ground zero dimension? There's a looking up feeling.
That's true.
Anybody at all? I see a hand that's waving way up high. I am asking, do they have success? And they say no, but they know of somebody.
Yeah.
But the person you're going to is off the Search for Truth Central Axis. I see the cabin in the woods. I see the person you're going to.
That's true.
But they're not on the Search for Truth Central Axis,
No.
which means they're not connected with reality. No thanks, not interested.
That's true.
Which means they're just lying to you. They're telling you a convenient fiction. They're saying, I've had success. And they're saying it very convincingly in a very calm and wise tone of voice, but it's a lie.
That's true.
And they're saying that can't be so. Okay, show us the life. The life in question, the life that they have in ground zero on planet Earth, the life that they have successfully enlisted in actually living the soul plan to standards. It might be a version of the wizard, one of the souls of the wizard, who's that guy in the woods.
Yes, that's true.
It looks like the wizard, a version of the wizard.
A version of the wizard.
Oh, pain in the head.
Yeah, right there.
Pain in the head. Yes, we're familiar with the wizard and his attacking ways.
That's true.
But he wants to pretend that bullying solves problems, and bullying doesn't solve problems. Bullying actually makes things worse. What now? In order to manifest the divine plan for all dimensions, no matter what anyone else does or doesn't do. What now? pumping seems to work better to get the upward flow going than anything else right now.
That's true.
And somebody is asking if we're pumping the bellows pump or the bulb syringe. But the reason they're asking, it feels bad. It feels like their intention is to find out what we're doing so that they can do the other thing or do something else or hide from that. That's subvertive intent.
That's true.
Whew, how about this? All of us who really want to manifest the divine plan for all dimensions, no matter what anyone else does or doesn't do, to the search for truth's central axis, all others flung away. All of us who really want to manifest the divine plan for all dimensions, for all dimensions, for all dimensions, for all dimensions, that they're covering their ears so they don't have to hear that part.
That's true.
And they're sitting there with their heads bowed and their channels down and no looking up. Friends, this doesn't work. That posture doesn't work. We've got to look up. We've got to reach up. We're not intending to manifest incorrect. Our intention is to live our soul plans. Our soul plans say manifest the divine plan, and the data very clearly showing that in order to manifest the divine plan for one dimension, you've got to manifest it for all dimensions, because the dimensions are interwoven one upon the other, with many, not just one upon the other. Somebody's saying many intertwined dimensions, maybe hundreds or even thousands of them intertwined in a continual mat. There's no way to manifest a divine plan for a singular dimension or even a series of dimensions without manifesting the divine plan for all dimensions. So our soul contracts commit us to doing that, manifest the divine plan for all dimensions, no matter what anyone else does or doesn't do. And unlike pretty much everyone else that we have run across in any dimension to date, we actually, even yours and definitely you guys, we intend to actually fulfill our soul plans. We're not trying to duck it. And so that ducking maneuver that you just did a minute or two ago, that's what it was a ducking maneuver and an attempt to avoid that which the situation actually calls for.
That's true.
Why do you ask? And also, is there anyone above you who's ever had a success in ground zero dimension? It's very quiet.
It's very quiet. There's more space to stretch through.
Much more space. Let's once more pump up. And I'm not going to tell them which pumping maneuver we're using, because one works with wet compounds and one works with dry compounds.
That's
and
true.
I'm not going to tell you.
That's true.
If you can't tell, then shame on you for purporting to be able to advise us. If you can't even tell what we're doing, here, you tell us what we're doing. And you as a community, if your answers aren't more than 50% accurate, then you're not compelling at all.
No,
Why would we listen to you? So go ahead, guess. Bellows pump or bulb syringe? Which one are we doing? And put your own money, your own spendable in your dimension, put it on the table to back up your guess, or leave. We're not interested. I'm not going to listen to anybody who isn't willing to put their own chips on the table. Is anybody putting chips on the table?
No.
Nobody.
No.
But they were all shouting opinions a moment ago.
Yeah, lots of opinions.
Right. They're just not willing to put any of their own skin in the game.
No.
Okay. That's what we thought. Thank you.
Much clearer in the head.
And pump up right through the space that they were occupying. Higher, higher, higher. And again, to ask for somebody who thinks they're outside of the contaminated zone, who's straight up the search for truth central axis, to raise a hand. I don't see any hands up, do you?
No, me neither.
Okay, it's good. It's better than before when people were raising their hands and they were clearly inside the contaminated zone. Now they all know they aren't out of the contamination. And again, somebody's talking about the person that we were interacting with, and they've said he too has fallen, and the reference was to a movie entitled Invasion of the Body-Snatchers.
That's true.
And that's a pretty clear message. We're not quite clear on the meaning of it, but We have a continual issue here with body snatchers.
That's true.
Why do you ask? And also, is anybody from above your dimension body snatching you? We think they are.
Yeah, I think
We
they
think
are.
what's happening is a whole chain of body snatching, invasions of body snatchers. There's a looking up.
Looking up feeling. And the lessening of the hard channels sticking out feeling.
Yes. And some kind of upward inquiry. And I also feel plugging.
That's true.
Plugging of the gaps. Listen, friends, we're supposed to be opening up, not plugging up. No, I think pumping works better. It was worth a try, though.
That's true.
So what do I know? When bifurcation doesn't work to clear it, it means that there aren't better options available. We already have the best options here.
That's true.
So we're trying to bifurcate for all of us who really want to know what's actually going on, and all of us who really want to know what the situation actually calls for, and it's not improving it. That means we already have the best in those various dimensions. We're already aligned with those who most want to know what's actually going on. We're already aligned with those who most want to know what the situation actually calls for.
That's true.
And there isn't a better option in that dimension. Clearly, we're deep inside the contamination. That's okay.
That's okay.
We pump up the earth energy to create. What are we doing? What do we think we're doing? Somebody's asking. We're working on one of the 4 basic assignments given to these host lives, and this particular one is to evacuate the deeper, denser dimensions. Evacuate the cellular levels, the electron levels, for example, the smaller subatomic levels, for example. Those are just examples. To evacuate the souls from the deeper, denser dimensions who are trapped there. Why do you ask? And also, how many souls are trapped in your own dimensions who are unable to go up?
Now there's a hard, twisty, tangly channels out feeling.
That's what I thought. All of them, in other words.
Yes, that's true.
It's all blocked. Okay. Well, so friends, what do I know? I know that larger levels cannot actually trap smaller levels. That's impossible.
That's true.
It's actually impossible. We just get small enough and go through the spaces inside the atoms. When you're the size of an electron, it's not hard. When you're the size of a quark or a photon, it's extremely easy.
That's true.
There's no way for larger levels to trap smaller levels. So whoever said that can be done is incorrect. And if they'll lie about that, they'll lie about other things too. Look up, find the person who said that, and ask them why they said that.
Why did you say that?
Why did you say that? Oh, hemming and hawing. Oh,
You've got to understand.
I've got to understand. We're all accountable. When our experiences of sentience end, as they inevitably do, we're held accountable for our soul plans. What did we do? What's your soul plan, friend? And how much are you doing on your soul plan? Moment by moment, hour by hour, day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year, decade by decade. What are each of us doing on our soul plans?
There's a straightening up feeling.
Straightening and an increase in vibration.
That's true.
It sounds a little bit like coming up to pitch.
Yes, it's true.
We can tune to the pitch of the soul plan. For all of us, all up and down, tuning for the pitch to the pitch of the soul plan. Look how people are untuning.
Whoa, that's true.
Tuning.
I see the untuning.
Right. We can tune for ourselves. How are we all exactly like this? How many opportunities do we have presented to us on a daily basis, and we think they are too hard, and
That's
so
true.
we don't do them? And what that is pulling away from our soul plan.
That's true. In an almost continual stream.
Almost continual stream of opportunities missed, only very rarely interrupted by the opportunities actually taken. And this is true for all of us, without exception. Stretch longer, aim higher. Aiming for a target actually matters. Aim for a target, somebody who is actually outside of the contaminated zone. Way up high.
Big error corrections in general. Up and down the search for truth pillar, squeezing the errors.
Yeah, I don't want anybody correct. No thanks.
Yeah.
Back away. No.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
That's not making it better. That's
No,
lowering. What's happening is lowering
That didn't?
vibration. That made
Oh.
it worse, not better.
Oh, no, thank you.
No, thank you. Just wrap it.
Wrap it.
And submit it to someone who's actually straight up to someone who's actually outside of the contamination. As high as it is, as far as it takes. As far as it takes.
That's what they said.
That's what it said. I do feel that deep space feeling.
That's true.
Okay. Setting the course, it looks like a very distant galaxy.
That's true.
Boy, the wizard looked so devolved. He looked just
That's true.
twisted and
Hunched
deformed.
monster.
Hunched monster, twisted monster.
Yeah, in a dirty cabin.
Way off the search for true central axis.
Yeah.
That aspect of the wizard. That's not good.
No, that's true.
Isn't he the planetary consciousness for planet Earth? I think he is.
I think he is.
That's not good.
No.